This is SevereMMA, and we're alongside TUF McGregor versus Faber contestant Saul the Hangman Rogers. I know I've got a t-shirt coming, so this interview can go ahead. Look, first off, Saul, we've known a few fighters who have had an opportunity to appear in the house, and we get mixed reviews about what the experience was like. Can you sum up what it was like? Yeah, sum it up. How is it in there?
It's a kind of mixed emotions, really. I mean, it's good because you're in kind of a controlled environment and you've got no distractions. All you're doing is kind of training, and everyone's there for the same reason, trying to reach the same goals. But then on the other hand, you're away from friends, family, kids, all of that kind of stuff. So then that plays on your mind too. So I think it's like a yin and yang. 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you kind of want to be back with your family. But it was a unique experience.
Is it a case of like a holiday that somehow seems to go on just a little too long? Do you have those moments where you want to be at home again?
It's like a holiday where you can't eat what you want. You're training, you're tired, and you're away from everybody. So if that's what your holidays are like, then yeah, it's a holiday. But it wasn't a holiday for me.
And I suppose, looking back now, is it an experience that you would have definitely do again? You know, if you knew what you knew now, and the offer was made, would you still take it?
Yeah, I mean, before I got offered it, well, when I got offered it, I was a bit reluctant. I kind of thought I shouldn't have to kind of be there and test myself to kind of get an opportunity to go into the UFC. I felt I deserved it. I don't know, I might not have had a couple exciting fights, maybe kind of step me back or something, but now being in there, done it, and kind of performed all the kind of experience and all the attention and all the coverage that's come from it, I think it's definitely the right decision.
Well, you know, Gareth A. Davis is a big fan now. I'd just like to point out we knew him first. So let's talk a little bit about the training in the house, because it's got to have been a little different. Now, I know SPG, they have their links. Carl and John, you guys have trained together. So, as you said in the show, you were perhaps a little more familiar, perhaps, with Connor than some of the others, but not to train with on that kind of, you know, on that kind of scale. What was it like training with him?
It was good. I mean, Connor's a great coach, and he's taught some good stuff. And literally this morning with my guys down at my gym, I've been coaching a few bits what I've kind of picked up in the house and kind of picked up from him. So the stuff he taught me anyway. For me personally, I've kind of took it on board, and I'm using it in my day-to-day routine.
You know, on the TV show, we get that sense that Uriah is, you know, huggy, everybody's my buddy, whereas Connor kind of picks his moments to come and work and picks his moments to stay back. Looking at the two, is there any day, is Connor's way of doing, because you know, the UK European team are on a 2-fight tear now. Yeah. Does Connor do things right?
I think he does it right, and to me that was how I wanted it. He come in at the beginning, he said he's not here to hold our hands, and I don't want no one holding my hand. I mean, even if there was no coaches there and I had access to the gym, I knew I could kind of do what I needed to do to get me through the competition. Some of the guys, the less experienced guys, might have wanted babying and stuff, but for me though, even when the guys from Team Europe lost, I mean, it's not good because of your team, but at the end of the day, it didn't affect me and why I was there. It didn't bother me in one bit. I was still on the same mission.
And I know it's Connor versus Faber, but Connor's got some excellent coaches there. Guys like Owen Roddy, people who, you know, outside of kind of UK MMA, you may not know just how much do they bring to the table, that coaching staff.
I mean, Owen Roddy was amazing on the pads, and they're always kind of happy there to whatever you want. We had guys like Gunny in, we had Arik, Connor's BJJ coach, the black belt. I mean, we had Tom in there, all of these guys, man, and it wasn't kind of set up as a team training every kind of day, because I don't think that was it's not the right environment, the right situation. I mean, you come on the mat, you kind of pick a coach, you work what you need to work for your fight, and I think that was the best way.
One more question, Saul, we'll let you go. Obviously, you guys can give nothing away, but how good is this series going to be for European and UK MMA? Because it's almost States versus Europe again. You know, I think people have gone and gone, well, the States are way ahead in wrestling and way ahead and have written off a little bit of the European scene. How big a deal is this for European MMA?
Yeah, it's massive, and I mean, I've said in interviews in the past, it's only a matter of time before the European guys kind of get the recognition they deserve. I mean, we're all good athletes and we're all hungry, and it's just a chance to prove we're on the same level, if not better than the Americans, and I think this show is going to It's going to prove that we're content with these guys. You know, we're not out of our depth and behind like everyone seems to think, and we want it. We're coming.